Now, let's spend a few minutes on the other categories. The following features here are just as important as the first group, but they have more to do with the ease of use of the software. Some of them are even for psychological reasons, we'll see which one, and some of them are just practical. It should be in the software to make using the software easier. So what are these? First of all, the email and sound alerts. In NinjaTrader, you can set up your Gmail server or whatever. You have to fiddle with the settings a little bit, but it's not that complicated. It's a NinjaTrader functionality, and if you press F1 in Ninja, you can navigate to how to set up your own email inside NinjaTrader so that NinjaTrader can send you email. Once you have set that up, you can just switch on the email alerts inside our software and get an email as to certain events that happens in the software. The software will communicate with you, and then you can decide what to do about it. The same thing with sounds. Maybe a Bluetooth in my ear, so I can walk around the house. You might be in the kitchen making coffee, and certain events that happen on the screen while I'm not looking at the monitor, I know about it just by the sound. You will be alerted of certain events on the market, and that is also a feature of our software. So that's pretty practical. And the next one is time filter. Time filter, as the name suggests, is very simple. You just want to trade, or you just want signals in certain time of the day, let's say between 9 a.m. and 12 noon, whatever. Time filter, you can set up sessions, 2 sessions actually, automatically. If you're into algorithmic trading, in those times, trades will be taken. Outside of those times, there will be no trades. Auto switch off is the next one. It's very, very practical. So just imagine that maybe you're trading 6E. Frankfurt opens at 3 a.m. Here in North America, we are not going to be sitting at the screen most likely at 3 a.m. But I do want to take the trade, that one trade. And what I want is I don't want the software to be taking further trades. I just want that one trade to be taken, and then I want the software to switch itself off. The next one is a big category, visual messages on the chart. So visual messages help us in our work. It can just make the chart visually easier to interpret. But here it is, it's a short setup. So this is right now, it's not a trigger yet. The triggers are marked by arrows. So the blue and red arrows are the triggers actually. And sometimes a setup is followed by a trigger. Sometimes it's not followed by a trigger. And right now the short setup just basically is the same thing as a bear flag. This is a bear flag, a short setup. If price starts to break down, no doubt we will get a trigger and a red arrow here for the short entry. Other messages, of course, the arrows, very important. The triggers themselves are displayed on the chart, obviously. And what other messages and visual elements might be? Well, you see, within the Keltner, we use a shaded area. The blue line is 2.5 ATRs from the midline, and the shaded area is 2.25. And the area between the two is the buffer. That's the area that we use in the buffer zone that we just discussed. So that's also that's also a visual element of our charts. Another one, you can switch on or off at your discretion. Let me just show you one which is popular and quite useful, and that is the linear regression, otherwise called the cloud. Trigger shading, it's called trigger shading. What it does, if you switch it on, you will see the linear regression calculations on the chart. And now this is visually, it is quite useful, good for our confidence, good for our understanding of what the situation is on the market. And it is for the reason because width of the cloud is actually also a measurement of the strength of the momentum. Look at the same thing to the downside. So this is a very easy representation, visual representation of a mathematical calculation, which is the strength of the momentum. Pretty cool. So much about visual elements. The risk management module deserves its own 60-minute discussion. And we have covered it elsewhere in a couple of videos. So please go back to our video page, and there must be a couple of videos about the risk management module. It is a crucial, very powerful new addition to our software. It will automatically filter out trades which would violate your risk management rules. So imagine an algorithmic trading system as automated as you want it to be. So you don't have to touch the mouse. It will take trades. It will do the calculations, and you define your risk management rules. Let's say at any time, I will not risk more than 1% of my account. Let's say I have a $100,000 account, and my maximum stop at any time is $1,000. Whatever that percentage amount you want it to be, you just set it in the software. The risk manager will automatically calculate it for you, and will make decisions based on your rules that you set in real time. The why it's cool is that it measures everything in ATRs. So let's say in certain market conditions, a trade would be allowed because the volatility is less. And in high volatility periods, you would automatically not take trades because the volatility conditions have changed. This is it. That was just a little run through of all the functionalities, the major functionalities of features of the software, grouped into two categories. One to track or improve our tracking of the edge. The other one is to enhance usability. And this is already great, I think, but there's more. And I put this in red so I won't forget to mention it. The BT works in such a way that the code is based on ATRs. And ATR, by definition, changes. So while one tick on the ES is 1250 no matter what, and price is what it is, and percentage is what it is, but ATR changes as new candles come in. So the concept is well known. What is novel here is that we have successfully incorporated this concept into a computer code. The result is that BT is programmed in such a way that it self-adjusts to the changing volatility of the market. In this sense, at least, BT is self-learning and self-adapting. It will change as new candles come in. So it is soft-coded as opposed to hard-coded. And therefore, it will not collapse on you. So this is just the architectural foundation of the software code. And we're pretty proud of this, and this is what makes BT unique.